Number one is suffering is an essential ingredient of the life that we humans are living. I think it's necessary to build up your personal relationship. What does it mean when suffering appears in your life? And in my opinion, ignoring, no way it's going to come back. Running away from it, impossible. The pain is running faster. The suffering runs faster and it's going to come back again. There's only one way I really think it is. You need to push through. So, I know what I want. But when the suffering comes and now somebody tells me you need to push through, do you have the mental, do you have the physical abilities to push through? And if you say no, well, then we need to develop them. And we develop them very, very lightly with small things. You can't sit still for 5 minutes. Let's start with 2. Okay? The 2 are okay. Okay, let's move up 3 minutes. Move up 5 minutes. Move up 10 minutes. Okay, now your mind can be still for 10 minutes. Let's increase the pressure on you. Instead of just sitting like silently, nothing moving, let's give you more disturbance, which means this time we go into a horse stance. Try 10 minutes to not think about the suffering, to think about the pain, to let the pain and the shaking and the burning, to not let it disturb you. Now, we have created a new circumstance in order for you to test how did your 10 minutes ability to keep the mind steady can now be applied to the moment of that additional pressure. And then we expand this all to now the real life pressure that comes when unexpected things hit your life. There it is the same. How much, for how long can you maintain your unbroken state? Okay? And this is the practice. This is where it leads to. I don't feel well when I suffer. Okay, let's start like this. I don't feel well when I suffer. So of course, I am interested to know how can I make the period shorter of the suffering, or how can I accelerate that the suffering starts to transform and I would return back to another state. And therefore training has for many years has always been my valve. So on the one side, after transforming the suffering or taking the suffering as the reason now to do more intensity training, first of all, when these moments happened, I realized after the training, the suffering first of all was less. That's number one. Second thing is the same reason why I suffered before when it somehow came again. Didn't felt so ground shaking anymore like the first time. So meaning something started to grow already based on this training. So for me it was like, okay, all the suffering is your chance to grow. This is how also then I just started shifting. Meaning I didn't regard suffering as something bad anymore that I don't want to have, let's say. Yeah. Meanwhile, it is like suffering comes because either I was not properly prepared enough, because I'm still missing something, I'm still missing a hint, whatever, but it is the chance for me to discover something more about me. And this is actually what always has motivated me. That is not going to get boring when you take it as a life challenge, as a life purpose. Find a way to end the suffering. If you need a life purpose, that's the one.